What's up, everyone? Welcome to another installment of Throwbacks Week, where we delve into everything from the 70s to the 2000s to the mostly 2000s this week. But today, I'm taking you back to the 80s because 80s synth pop is all the rage back home with all the modern bands these days, it seems. Churches, the 1975, I could go on for a while, but instead, I'll tell you that I'm reviewing Madonna's self-titled album. Came out in the early 80s, and this was really just kind of a game changer, honestly, for the pop game. This album, along with her follow-up album, Like a Virgin, were two highly successful, very much critically acclaimed. Maybe not right at first, but more and more through the years, they have garnered more of that acclaim. And I think at times it's definitely justified. Here on this first debut album from Madonna, she's got those sparkling synthesizers that feel very spacey at times, definitely some summer breezy jams that just feel like something you're gonna groove to out on the dance floor. Maybe if you're having one of those like throwback parties where you only play music from back in the day, this would be an album that you would throw on. Madonna shows off that she's definitely got vocal talent, not right off the bat though. The opening track, Lucky Star, feels like it's slightly like off key, or maybe it's just the way that the synthesizers kind of clash with her voice. The tone or something on that song is just not quite right, and it irks me. So that keeps me from fully enjoying that one. But there are a lot of moments on here that I can definitely see, yeah, that's why Madonna was so popular. That's why she was so famous. Borderline is one of those tracks. It's the second cut on this LP. And it does have one of those, obviously kind of cliche, but still very much a part of the 80s. Those long outros that just drag their feet, kind of repeat the same thing over and over again. On Borderline, you've got the keep pushing my love over the borderline. And it keeps looping like over and over again until you're like, skip to the next track, please, now. And I find myself not only doing that here on this Madonna record, but really on a lot of 80s records in general. It doesn't mean that I don't enjoy that track. I mean, I like Borderline a whole lot. I think it's got a lot of spunk and spirit. It's definitely groovy. It's got a nice bass line on it that feels a little bit funky, and I'm into that, but it just drags on for a long time, and it's a fact. Physical Attraction and Burning Up are two tracks that don't really mess around, don't beat around the bush. They just kind of get the job done, and that's why I think that they're two of my top favorites. Because of the fact that they don't drag on forever, it doesn't feel like it gets eventually lifeless, and I'm like, I can't hear this anymore, or else I'm not going to come back to this for a long time. I think that's why those two have stuck with me over the years. As far as the lyrics go, there's nothing mind-blowing here, but it is nice to obviously hear kind of a change of pace. Back in the day, obviously, we're not just hearing about getting drunk in the club, what you're going to post on Instagram, or what this guy thinks of me, or else a super predictable love ballad. There are songs where she croons about heartache and boys, but it never feels like it's in poor taste. She discusses these subjects on tracks like I Know It and Think of Me being a little bit more upbeat, and I Know It kind of being kind of the negative song, the glass half empty one, if you will, on the album, where she kind of gets down in the dumps about things. But then she offers up tracks like Holiday and Everybody to kind of mix up that formula so that she's not just singing about the same things, not just boys and luxuries and etc., etc. Holiday is one and just about kind of escaping, like get out of that normal routine and do something different. Wouldn't it be great if we could take a holiday? And then of course Everybody is just one that gets everyone out on the dance floor. Everybody come together, have a good time. I mentioned that track Think of Me, and I really like the way that it opens with that odd little synthesizer intro, but then it quickly throws in the building blocks. Everything kind of shapes up, comes together, and turns into a super catchy tune that's definitely a breeze to listen to and one of my top favorites on the Madonna LP. I think there's definitely a lot of good signs for this album. I mean, it's held up for over 30 years now. I obviously was not alive whenever it came out, but it stood the test of time, and for that, I say kudos. For me personally, this album is a 3.5 out of 5. Let's hear it. Your thoughts on the Madonna album, self-titled, in the comment section right now. Go ahead. I'll wait while you type. Not really, I don't have any patience for that. Of course, stay tuned. Make sure you hit the like button on this video, and I say stay tuned because I've got a lot of other throwback reviews on the way this week. And of course, the worst albums of 2014 list is on the way, so don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Of course, you can donate to the channel to help these videos keep coming. You can find that link in the description down below. I believe it's the top link there. And of course, you can find me on my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. Thanks for watching, and I will see you very soon right here on Throwbacks Week on ARTV.